Hey everyone, we're being joined by Sam Johnson. This is going to be the second part of our video. This is just part of ICR, but we recorded two different parts, and this is going to be just about Sam Johnson and his amazing Geek Girl franchise, which is going to have its fourth Kickstarter. Look at that, coming out in February 28th, I believe.
February 27th.
27th, oh, okay. And here we go, you guys can see that. And here we go. We got some awesome Geek Girl awareness going on. We've had a trade at this point come out. And
yeah, we've had the trade of the first miniseries, the trade of the first 4 issues of the ongoing, and then we've had issue 5, which was the Jump On issue, which all of this will be available again. So as you mentioned earlier, the Jump On issue 5 kind of sets things off in a new direction. Geek Girl, the hot college chick, the one with a pair of super tech glasses, also made of super klutzy, has now kind of proven herself as a superhero and has been made an offer by Johnny Carlisle, a weapons dealer who seems to be wanting to change direction to form a super team with, well, Geek Girl heading it and some others coming into the fray as well.
now we're going to play some of the older videos where you get ready and get on camera for us, and let's see the past of Geek Girl.
The likeness for summer. Welcome to the Geek Girl. When I first met Sam, it was around the time that MySpace was first popular. And he told me about the comic book, and he said he wanted to use my likeness. So I said, okay. And I liked the story, I loved the way he wrote, and I really loved the relationship between Summer and Ruby, which is kind of what the series is all about. Now fast forward to this year with Summer wearing a cape. Oh my goodness gracious. I think the first review that I saw from the first issue with me on the cover, with Summer on the cover, I should say, it was a young girl saying that it was such a relief to finally see somebody that was a superhero that reminded her of herself. And that meant everything to me. So I really am proud of this project. I'm so happy I became a part of it. I really hope you support it. I'm going to let Sam take it away and give you all the details. Take it away, Sam, and thank you so much for supporting us. Goodbye.
Oh, hi. I'm Sam. I'm the creator-writer of Geek Girl. Geek Girl was Ruby Kay, a hot, popular college chick who landed a pair of super tech glasses from her college's resident brainiac. The initial impact of these was unused to the super strength they gave her. She kind of made a fool of herself trying to demonstrate these powers into a too-cool-for-school clique. However, Summer, her BFF, was behind her on this, was excited about these, kind of pushed her into becoming a superhero, which she did, and she took on and took down Lightning Storm, a new big bad who was taking apart the city. However, as a result of it, she ended up in a coma. Summer, now feeling guilty, has picked up these glasses, made a mock costume, and is filling in for her. She's not great at it. So we're going to see what happens to Ruby and how Summer gets on. Geek Girl Prime.
All right, now, Sam, do you want to mention who was in that video? Because I know that's a very personal thing for you.
So yeah, that was my friend Chris Silas, who has sadly passed away. She was the inspiration for Summer's look, as we've kind of alluded to in that video, Summer fills in as Geek Girl, Summer is Ruby's BFF. And yeah, Chris was, I mean, it's difficult to know what to say, but she was the inspiration for the look for Summer. But she also had the same sort of morality. And she's a great woman. She's very strong, but she had health problems the whole time I'd known her. She'd had health problems, and they got worse, and she got terminal cancer. So I wrote a letter to her before she passed away that I hope she got to read, saying that she really enjoyed Geek Girl and the whole Summer thing, and saying that the spirit of her will live on in the character of Summer, because as I say, there's strong similarities between them, and she was the inspiration for a look. So so that's, I don't really know what else I can say about that other than that was Chris.
And just, and I've defended you for the Geek Girl thing, and I'm like you have a character that people see the cover. Like me, you have a character that people see the cover and they instantly make snap judgments, don't they? Not realizing that there's a story that goes behind it. I've always complimented you about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's because Geek Girl wears a skimpy costume. You can, if you perceive that per se as a bad thing, then you're gonna possibly perceive Geek Girl as a bad thing. But I mean, there was a period where, I mean, it's typical skimpy costumes, really. I mean, and guys' costumes, though not skimpy, because that would look ridiculous. A still skin tight, and there was a kind of a movement away from those type of costumes for female characters with Marvel and DC, but that's come back. I mean, like Spider-Woman, they sort of kind of desexualize the costume. I think that was kind of the catalyst when she was drawn in a kind of very gratuitously sort of sexualized pose, or at least it could be taken as such. But I think things have come back around on that. So Spider-Woman is coming back, and she has the new costume, but it's more like her old one. There was a move away from that. It's come back. I mean, how I perceive it, or how I feel about it, is Ruby K is, a hot, popular college chick. She likes to look sexy. It comes from the character. It's not painted on. I always say, you can get in Kickstarters, in fan art, you can get covers, you can get artwork that are in overly sexualized pose that don't fit the character. Any covers, any variant covers we do of Ruby, any shots of her in the comic are, this is the character. So it's not painted on. It comes from the character. It's part of her. If she wasn't wearing what she wears, she wouldn't be the character she is. That's where I'm coming from with that, basically.
And I mean, just the premise of itself. For those who've never met Geek Girl, just give them the pitch. Who is Geek Girl? What? How does she have powers? What's going on?
So she overheard, she was at a bar, her and a friend Stacy, who's Geek Girl is kind of Mean Girls meets superheroes. So she has a cool clique, bunch of girlfriends, and one of them, Stacy, overheard the president Brainiac College Geek, Trevor Goldstein, talking about these super tech glasses he'd invented. He originally came up with these to give him superpowers, so he'd have an edge and be able to compete with the girl he's crushing on's buff boyfriend. But Ruby and you're used to getting what she wants. She decides she wants these glasses on a drunken whim. She manages to get these glasses, and then the initial impact of them making a super klutzy alienates her clique. But Summer sticks with her. Summer's, is right behind her, pushes into being a superhero. She steps up. She becomes a superhero, and then she saves the city. This is all in the first mini-series. And then she's cool. She's cool now, like she was as Ruby K before she became the klutzy superhero. Now she's mastered these superhero skills, saved the goddamn city. Her alienated friends in inverted commas, now want to be a part of that again. They like to be a part of what's popular, and that's something we're going to be really tapping into in the new arc that's coming up in the brand new Kickstarter, the Tights and Capes 2-part story arc. where there's going to be a big thing with her and her friends who are they tried to sort of re-ingratiate themselves with her, but there's damage has been done. They dropped her like a ton of lead when they thought she was making this superhero stuff up. She was just being klutzy and she became uncool in their eyes. Now they want back in, and it's going to be interesting to see how things play in that dynamic. And while that's going on in the sort of social side of it, we've got Ruby Kay, as I think I mentioned earlier, is now heading up this super team put together by Johnny Carlisle, a former super tech weapons dealer. So we're bringing in new characters and weirdness associated with that. So the jump on issue is issue 5, which will be available again, with a beautiful cover by Sam Kamanaki, as well as all the previous issues, and then this brand new art that follows issue 5 and sets things off for where we go from there.
Now, the League of Larcenists is amazing. Can you just talk about them for a minute?
The League of Larcenists features in the Crime War, the second trade arc, and they're basically what's happened in the first arc in the mini-series is a lot of damage has been done to Maine, where there lives law enforcement. So the League of Larcenists have come together to take advantage of the dearth of crime fighting availability. There's police stations have been trashed, superheroes have been hospitalized. So they've come together by Pighead, a guy who's had his brain fused with the pigs, and he's got the aggression to go with it. And he's put these guys together to kind of take advantage of this lack of law enforcement. And in that arc, we've initially got Summer, who's filling in for Ruby, as Ruby has been hospitalized at the end of the mini-series. So Summer's like the temporary fill-in, and there's a whole emotional arc in that. And for those that enjoy Summer as the fill-in Ruby Kay, the good news is she's going to be back in the costume in some capacity in the new arc.
Is it going to be like Geek Girl Inc.? Are there going to be just a bunch of geek girls running around the town?
No, I mean, I like to keep things unpredictable, so I won't give away exactly what the context is, but it was all, I've always said, when Summer was filling in as Geek Girl, it was never intended to be a legacy hero situation. She was filling in. So Ruby Kay is Geek Girl, but for reasons yet to unfold, Summer is going to get another go in the costume in the new 2-part arc.
All right, so we got the 2-part arc. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm still hung on that last page where basically Ruby's left to make a decision, right? That's it.
So if that was the end of the Crime War arc, yeah. Which was basically setting up her becoming this, heading up the super team, which is what we get into in issue 5, the jump on issue. As I say, it'll all be available again, as well as the new arc. So if you're new to Geek Girl, you can get fully caught up. Or as I say, issue 5 is a great jump on issue if you want to come in at the beginning of what's going on now. And yeah, the best thing to do is that page you bought up, geekgirlcomics.com, links to that. And if you already use Kickstarter, if you log into Kickstarter before going to that page, so log into Kickstarter, then go to geekgirlcomics.com, and then you'll see a button on it that says notify me of launch. So all you got to do, hit that, and you'll know about it as soon as we go live.
Now, is there any cool stuff, like all covers we're going to get to look forward to? Are there big plans for, different type of merchandising for this Kickstarter? Because that's all the rave now with the kids, doing something like with alt covers and stuff. I never got into it too big, but I'm going to try some this year. What about you?
Yeah, we've got Jason Hare, who's a new variant cover artist. So yeah, there's a limit. Always like to do limited variant covers. Sun's cover, the Virgin variant of that. So there'll be some of that stuff coming, but we'll gradually start unfolding this as I prepare towards it. So another thing to do would be to join up the Geek Girl mailing list. If all you got to do to join that is just send a blank email with "join" as a subject line to Sam Johnson at geekgirlcomics.com. And then you'll get all the news and previews as we head towards it.
Now, I know you want people to be part of the Kickstarter. Obviously, that's the goal always. But is there a way that people maybe could get a preview of volume number 1 somehow, just to see what it's about if they're brand new? Maybe sold on a different platform, on a digital form? Is there anything else they could do, or do they have to wait for the Kickstarter?
No, yeah. I mean, if you just do the thing about joining the mailing list, again, blank email, join as a subject line, send that to Sam Johnson at geekgirlcomics.com. You'll get a free digital preview comic which previews the jump on issue 5 and also previews the Crime War arc. So there's plenty to get your teeth into that and get you set for it.
All right. And we're going to want you to, as the show is winding down a little bit, we want you to come on in the future. Would you be willing to come on the Kickstarter talk with us when you're live and talk more about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we would love to hear more about this. This is an exciting issue. Of course, we brought you on just to build some hype because I'm a fan of this. Like, it's rare that, as the indie advocate, a lot of times I'm introduced to something by people asking me. But if I remember correctly, I actually came to Sam because I liked what he was doing. And I've been a fan of Sam since. I think he's a great storyteller. And there's a character I swore I saw mentioned that might show up here. Some sort of reptilian character?
I don't know about a reptilian character.
The name, though. The name, though. The female character that you've been talking about for a few years? The
Carboncini.
Yes. Her.
Yeah. She comes into it. This is the character, ex-cracker turned supernatural gun for hire. Quite a dark character. And, as I say, there's weirdness coming up in Geek Girl, and she's going to be a part of that. She comes in this new 2-part arc.
And this has almost got like we don't talk about this a lot, but it does have sort of a cyberpunk feel to it, doesn't it?
I've got it's a new one on me, that one, Rob. That's not something I can really... it's not a genre I follow, so if so, that's kind of
think of it this way:
like
human mods. It's a cool thing. Like you have characters that get modded to become more powerful, correct?
Oh yeah. I mean that's where Johnny Carlisle comes in as this super tech weapons dealer in the Crime War arc. Yeah, and we've got Nina Dante who powers up. She's an Uber. We can see her there on the top right. Uber alternative chick, and she gets a genetic modification, but I won't give any more away. As I say, join the Geek Girl mailing list, and I actually have got a bail because we ran a little bit late with this because I got delayed at the day job, and I've got another thing that I've got to be on in 1 minute, so I'm gonna have to wrap it. I'm afraid, Rob.
That's fine. I feel a little jealous, but you're a busy man and you deserve all the press you get. Go take care of that. I'll give a quick goodbye to everyone. Remember to sign up for his mailing list. Sam, thank you as always for being part of the show. I can't wait for you to come on when this is live.
Great. Will do. Thank you again for having me, Rob.
Anytime. All right, guys. Finally, as we end the show today, let's talk about some new news. We're going to go over to my Facebook. This happened while I was live, and I get excited when things like this happen when I'm live, because that means that we have something to share with you that's brand new. And not only is Travis Gibb live, but a lot of my friends are going live right now. It makes me a little nervous because I'm going to be going live too soon. You guys will hear about that as I'm actually going to hint towards it as soon as my Kickstarter is done. For one Kickstarter at a time, people. One Kickstarter at a time. But here it is. Here's the breaking news. And this is from our good friend Austin. Here it is. Zombies, We're Human 2. Volume 1 graphic novel. Some stuff to tell you guys about. And then we're going to be out the door. Here we go. Very excited. We already have 3 backers. One of them is the hardcover edition. So we are offering incentives. For everyone that does the $20 reward tier, we'll get the first 6 pages of Volume 2. For everyone that does the $50 reward tier, we'll get the first 19 pages of Volume 2. Oh my. That's like a whole first chapter. That includes the Stranger Thing 2 actor Joe Davidson's story. Amazing. Look at that. Look at Austin blowing up, man. Getting Hollywood people to come into his comics. Love it. For everyone that does the 100 to 150, including the 19 pages with Joey Davidson story, and a watermark art by series creator Austin Janowatsky. Man, it sucks to be broke. I want to be on every reward level. I will be backing it. I just have to get to it. Indiegogo is one of those platforms where you have to type in your information, so you have to have said information in front of you. And the other day when it came, he was talking about coming live. I meant to set up my Indiegogo. I have one because I ran a failed one. But either way, I got to get on Indiegogo and support this. This looks amazing. It's on my site. Thank you guys for tuning in to the post Geek Radio America ICR report. We're going to head out because we're just at the 1 hour mark, and we're going to try to keep this show to be 1 hour. In closing, I just quickly wanted to say I appreciated my time on Geek Radio America. We left it on our site for now, so you guys can see it. Let me get it for you. You can listen to the last couple days. Today's Tuesday, which means the radio station's on until Saturday. So I'm going to show you guys how to get in touch with it, and it's definitely a bittersweet moment. To see Geek Radio America go away, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't mention it on our first show back on the air. So this is Geek. This was or is, depending on how you look at it, Geek Radio America, and I will personally miss it. It'll be something that I just. And I have the volume down because I don't know if they're playing a commercial right now. But I just wanted to acknowledge it, show that it's still on our site for now. And you guys can listen to our last episode at 10 a.m., 2 p.m. No, 10 a.m. Was it? It's 2 a.m., 2 a.m. No. Yes, 2 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6 p.m. On Geek Radio America. You can find it right here. This will change on Saturday as a new era begins, where I'm no longer a radio personality, at least for now. You never know what the future holds. So support each other. Remember that you can always be an indie advocate. All you got to do is support each other and share each other's stuff and talk about each other. We do have to keep the community honest, but for the most part, honest, it doesn't take a lot to support someone. We don't all have to get along, but we all have to respect each other and work together. And that's all we can do. And I thank you for being in this new generation of the ICR. If you have any thoughts, comments, or want to be on the show, send us an email at indieadvocates@yahoo.com. And we'll see you next week right here at Tuesday at 1 p.m. And this is hosted by me, the Indie Devil, and the Indie Advocate in one, where I create books about fetish, monsters, and more, and I give free hugs and spanks at cons. Which one do you want? Come see me at a local show near you and pick up your reward of a hug or a spank. That's it, guys. See you next week. Thanks for tuning in.